डैडी इसमें से वो बुक दो, एक मोटा किताब है।
नाइव ज्योति।
डन।
Hello, good evening everyone. R.S. Munle Dharampet Arts and Commerce College welcomes you all to this certificate course in creative writing. Friends, if your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are an excellent leader. Always remember that you are absolutely unique. To all the little girls who are watching, never doubt that you are valuable and powerful and deserving of every chance and opportunity in the world to pursue and achieve your own dreams. Be the kind of woman that makes other women want to be you. So today we have a perfect example of what success means. If you want to meet success, she is here, Dr. Jyotimani Rock. It is an honor and proud privilege for me to introduce Dr. Jyotimani Rock to you. Dr. Jyotimani is a doctorate in education and is a postgraduate in nine subjects: MA English Literature, MA History, MA Sociology, MA Psychology, MA Political Science, MA Linguistics, MSc Economics and Environment, MEd, LLM, and two more. She has done MA in Philosophy and MA in Geography also. Then BCom, Sangeet Visharad, that is vocal and sitar both. PGD SLM, CNCC. She is currently teaching at Dinanath High School and Junior College, Dhantoli, Nagpur, where she is a high school teacher by choice. A much loved faculty member at the institution, Dr. Jyotimani heads the Department of English and has worked hard to earn the respect and love that she enjoys. Going beyond her scope of duty, she is a master trainer for the language English for the ELIS, English Language Initiative for Secondary School, a joint project of RMSA, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, and British Council, for which she was honored by the then Education Minister, Shri Vinod Taude, for being an exemplary resource person for ELIS project in 2015. Not the one who would just be satisfied by completing the syllabus, Dr. Rock has gone on to be a writer for Balbharti, the publishers whose books are prescribed in the state board syllabus from standard 6 to 10. She is also the writer of the open school books of the Maharashtra State Open School. She is also assessor under the Shala Siddhi project of Government of Maharashtra. She was also the moderator and writer of the Chess Continuous Help for the Teachers of English of Secondary School project of the Government of Maharashtra. And if you think it all ends here, then let me go beyond her academic sphere, a Sangeet Visharad in vocal classical music and also a Sangeet Visharad in sitar. She is perhaps among those rare band of musicians who excel both in vocal and instrumental, but her real talent emerges when she stands before a canvas with a brush in hand. Dr. Jyotimani is not just an amateur painter who dabbles in art. Her painting won the first prize at the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of Nagpur University. The walls in her home, lined with her artwork, showcase the reason for her being awarded Maharashtra Kala Bhushan Gaurav and Kala Mitra Gaurav Puraskar. No, friends, my introduction of Dr. Jyotimani Rock is not about to end on this note. I still have to share that her writing skills have also won a gold medal for her best essay in InterVarsity World Politics Gold Medal Essay Competition. And in between winning awards, painting and writing books, she also travels and documents her experiences in travelogs, which are published in local newspapers from time to time. And if you think it all ends here, then let me go beyond her academic sphere. A Sangeet Visharad in vocal classical music and also a Sangeet Visharad in sitar, she is perhaps among those rare band of musicians who excel both in vocal and instrumental. But her real talent emerges when she stands before a canvas with a brush in hand. Dr. Jyotimani is not just an amateur painter who dabbles in art. Her painting won the first prize in the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of Nagpur University. The walls in her home, lined with her artwork, showcase the reason for her being awarded Maharashtra Kala Bhushan Gaurav and Kala Mitra Gaurav Puraskar. No, friends, my introduction. Okay, I still have to uh, share that her writing skills. I have told you that her writing skills have won a gold medal for her best essay for her best essay in her varsity World Politics Gold Medal Essay Competition. I think I have repeated this. And in between awards, painting and writing books, she also travels and documents her experiences in travelogs, which are published in local newspapers from time to time. She also writes educational articles for the future page of the leading newspaper daily, The Hitwad. Daughter of advocate Baba Rock, who mentored women's cricket team in the city, Neera also mentioned that she is a sportswoman too. Dr. Jyotimani Rock, the middle one among the three sisters, balances her time to play the dutiful wife and a mother to a teenager son, and also she was the president of Rotary Club of Nagpur North Hills, which was an all ladies and unique club of Nagpur. She finds time for her social work activities too. She takes keen interest in social work and reaching out to people. A warm person with a tingling laughter, she has a persona which matches her academic and extracurricular accomplishments. But nothing can describe her true personality more than the innocent and true words of her students, Shreya Ramteke. And I quote, Jyotimani ma'am is like a full package loaded with everything: writer, teacher, listener, mentor, singer, sports person, and with a very big heart. So give 100% and get 100%. This tagline of ma'am got attached in my heart. I wish I could tell the world that if you lose your loved ones, even if there are many obstacles in the way, even if there are thorns blocking your path, there are persons who are ready to fight everything in the universe and win. So here's presenting before you Dr. Jyotimani Rao. So indeed, yes, she is no doubt a multifaceted personality, and I wanted to do full justice to her biodata. So I hope I have not left out anything. And yes, having an interaction with Dr. Jyotimani will actually make you understand, yes, how she has planned her journey, or whether she has, let us see whether she has planned or whether things have rolled out. Yes, we'll just talk to her and know Jyotimani from close quarters. So yes, Dr. Jyotimani, I welcome you all on behalf of RS Munde College. I welcome you to this creative writing course. So first of all, Jyoti, let me ask you, yes, when I read so many qualifications, the first thing which comes to my mind is, how did you go about achieving so much? Budding writers, all these students, they are really inspired just by listening to your biodata. So just tell all these students what has inspired you to take so many degrees, and how did you manage to get so many degrees? That is the first thing which comes to anybody's mind.
Good evening, Manju ma'am. Thank you very much for the such a beautiful introduction. Actually, right from my childhood, as a child, I was studies, but then gradually, like when I came to standard sixth, we are three sisters, as you already read and told everyone. Both my sisters were very good in studies. My younger sister was a merit holder and always she's been a college topper, university topper. Okay, when she was in her MCom, MBA throughout, and my younger sister
Uh-huh.
also was very good. But I was the one who was the weak one. And then it was actually all credit goes to my mother. She She was like a diagnostician. She diagnosed my problem, and one fine day she just counseled me. She said, you also are a very bright student, Jyoti. You can do it. Just apply your brain. And then in maths, I was very weak. And then we had a tenant in a house, Parthodha. She requested him to take my lessons,
Uh-huh.
and Parthodha cleared my concepts in maths.
Math.
And believe me, after that, there was no looking back. So the credit actually goes to my mother, and uh, she taught me, and she told me like, we'll try getting up at 4 o'clock. Maybe this time, will suit you, and maybe you'll do well. So from sixth standard onwards, she got me into this habit. So till today, it's my habit. I get up at 4 o'clock, 4 to 6. I do my studies. Okay, because every year I keep on appearing for some exam or the other. You know that.
Uh-huh.
So till today, my habit has been instilled by my mother, and it's all thanks to her. So then after that, there was no looking back, and then I did well
But how
throughout.
did you, yes, but why did you take so many different diverse degrees? Like you are like MA into
It
now
was
11,
actually
yes.
th-
Uh-huh.
MA in 11 subjects.
Yeah.
It was like the I wanted to know more and more. I love
Yes.
learning,
Uh-huh.
and I think a good teacher has to be a good learner first.
Yes.
And then once I
Uh-huh.
started learning, that intellectual satisfaction that I kept on getting, that was like
Uh,
no match. And I said I have to, and I cannot do without reading or studying. I have to keep doing something or the other. It
but
gives
which is
me
your
this
favorite subject?
intellectual
Like out of so
satisfaction.
you must have,
So
yes.
every year
Yeah.
today,
You have studied so
every
many
year
different.
has
Huh.
gone when I haven't appeared for any exam. Yes. There
Okay.
has not been a single year when I haven't appeared for any exam.
Wow. Wow. But now, after going through so many subjects, which subject do you like the most? Which subject do you enjoy the most?
I love psychology, and educational psychology
Huh?
especially is my favorite subject.
Okay. And as we see that you are into English teacher training also, so many at so many different
Yes, ma'am.
places you have done this training programs for teachers, and you are a part and parcel of nearly every project which has been undertaken by, I think, government of Maharashtra for English teachers
Government of
basically. So
Maharashtra.
yes, yes, government of Maharashtra. So I would just like to ask you, what are the challenges of training the teachers? I would say, up till now, I used to ask people what are the challenges of teaching English, but I'll ask you because you've been training teachers also in so many projects. So what are the challenges of uh, training the teachers?
What I have experienced is that many times teachers underestimate the students. Like in so many programs, like I used to go, and my fellow RPs also, like who were very senior to me.
Mm-hmm.
Their attitude used to be like, there's no point in whatever training we used to get. We had to cascade it, right? We have to cascade it to
Yes,
the
yes,
teachers, and then the teachers take it to the students. So many
yes.
times these teachers, they underestimate the students. They say, ma'am, like there's no need, and whatever you teach, like they are not going to get it, and we cannot really implement it. So they have this negative set mindset. I
Mm-hmm.
think that is challenging. And if the teachers change their mindset, if they are
Huh.
positive, and if they don't underestimate the students, if they really take the training in the correct spirit of it, and sincerely if they do their work, I think
Mm-hmm.
students really will benefit. The
Oh,
teacher's mindset has to be like positive, and that they have to have this feeling in them that no, whatever is being taught, we are going to cascade it, and we are going to teach it to the students, no matter whether it is rural area or urban, whatever. Students are almost, like the same. If you really
yes.
give them something, you want to teach them, they are happy, and they know, and they want to learn.
Yes. And one more thing, like as this is a creative writing course, I just wanted to ask you whether really we can teach creative writing to the students. Do you think we can teach creative writing to the students?
we can teach them. I mean, many times it actually comes from within, but if the students keep reading a lot of material, if they have this interest in writing, I think they can develop it. Nothing is
Yes.
impossible. If you try, you can master anything, whatever.
Yes, and can you tell the students ki what is the benefit of being multifaceted? Like you have learned so many different things. You are into sports, you are into music also. So what are the benefits of like knowing so many different things? How will it benefit the students in life if they know so many different things?
See, today the I always tell my students also that today the world needs the people who are multi-talented, not just academic degree. You must have extracurricular certificates and achievements also, because anybody would like to have an all-rounder. I tell my students, like, if you go for an interview and all, and naturally they'll prefer a person who is an all-rounder for their
Yes,
this, like.
yes,
And in life there are so many things to learn. Why
yes,
not learn and enrich your personality, develop your personality? I
yes.
think that life has so much to offer. We must make the use of it, and we must make the best use of it. Learn till your last breath, like whatever.
Yes. And Jyoti, did you feel that many a times you got an edge over the others because of your qualifications and because you are so educated in different fields? So do you feel that you have got an edge over the others, maybe during interviews or maybe can you share one of your experiences where you got an edge over the others because of your qualifications and all these all you are having what you say knowledge and you have touched nearly every field, so definitely when there are two three people you stand out from the others, isn't it? So
Yes,
in life did this varied what you say knowledge help you?
it helps definitely. Everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
wherever you go, like
Mm-hmm.
it has helped.
Mm-hmm.
In During interviews, like they would just see my CV, and actually wherever I've been, wherever I've gone before joining this institution also, I was like almost everywhere I went I was selected. And
Oh,
they would be very impressed with my CV, and of course
yes, yes,
after the
yes.
other formalities
Huh.
also, it does make a
Huh.
difference. But then we should always be rooted, so then
Yes.
not get carried
Actually,
away.
when I was reading,
Hmm.
when I was reading about Steve Jobs also, Steve Jobs was interested in calligraphy. And when he learned calligraphy, at that time he didn't even know anything about the computers, or he that in future he would
Right,
be doing so many venturing out in computers. And
right.
his knowledge of calligraphy helped put all these fonts in the computers.
MS
Yes,
Word
computers.
font, all the fonts he has
Yes, so
discovered.
all these came up because
Yes,
of his
yes.
knowledge of calligraphy. So you never know when which knowledge
You
would
never
help
know.
you in which field, where, and how you would benefit from whatever knowledge you have. So everything helps, and
Exactly.
yes, and you can make use of the knowledge in every sphere of whatever you are doing in life. Even if you are studying English, maybe you
Agreed.
will, yes, you will benefit with the psychology knowledge you have. Now you said you are interested in psychology, so maybe when you are teaching students you understand the children's psychology better, isn't it? You understand
Yes,
students
ma'am.
better.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
uh,
Because I understand educational psychology, I understand student psychology. So the weaker students, I get attached to them, and
yes.
pay more attention to them, because I have also been a slow learner in my days. So I
Mhm.
can relate with them, and I can help them more. So, and every subject. For example, if I'm teaching them political science, I can bring a book, like, because I have studied constitution, I bring the book and show it to them, I make them touch it, make them read it. So then it does help. uh, it helps in some way or the
Yes.
other. You can give more, you can deliver more to your students, they
Definitely.
benefit.
Huh. Okay, now let us talk about your interest in music. How did you develop interest in music? Since when are you learning music?
Actually, everyone in our family are very good singers, starting
Huh.
from my dad, my mom, my
Yes.
uncles, aunties, and
Yes.
my Dadaji, my grandfather, was a very good sitarist. And he had this unique talent
Uh-huh.
of singing along with the sitar. Sitar, the notes are very
Wow.
high. Not
Yes,
everybody can
yes,
sing.
yes.
But he would sing along with it. So the sitar that I play and played was his only. So,
Oh.
and it's a very beautiful, good sitar. So that was there in the family, I can say. And Dr. Suryakant Verma uncle, he learned from my Dadaji, from my grandfather, and he taught me initially.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I learned from a very learned person. You won't believe that he would teach me one rag for 3 years. Unless and
Wow.
until I mastered it, he wouldn't teach me the next. So
Yes,
that is
yes.
how like he was so like strict about learning. And I'm very grateful, and actually I'm a very blessed girl.
Uh-huh.
I have
Yes.
come in contact with, I'm blessed with such a good family and teachers. So he taught me. And then I was also interested in singing. So in 1 year I would appear for two exams, vocal as well as sitar.
Oh.
So
Oh my
that's how
God.
Sangeet Visharad in vocal as well as in sitar.
Oh. And yes, you played cricket also, isn't it? So tell us something about your
Yes,
interest in
cricket is
sports.
also in our family.
So
In our
you,
family, like my dad is the president of with All India Vidarbha Women's Cricket Association. He is the vice president of All India Women's Cricket Association. He's a very good sportsman. My dad has been into cricket, then table tennis, then hockey. That he's a known like famous personality of NACPO sports person. And then my both the sisters, elder sister, younger sister, they were very good players. They have played university, and I have played
uh-huh.
the least, to tell you very very frankly. But yes, I have played. It was fun. Those days were also
Huh.
fun. The whole days we used to be on the ground playing. They used to be fun.
And your interest in painting now. Let please tell everyone,
And those
yes, about your interest in
paint
painting.
painting, I think inherited that from my mother. She taught us. She was a class artist. So she
Mm-hmm.
taught us whenever our summer holidays was used to be there. She would teach us sketching. She started from drawing and then sketching. Then she told us gradually taught us style painting. Then
But how do you find time to do all these things?
glass painting, and then canvas finally. So I think thanks to my mother, I have painted about 15 to 20 portraits.
Oh, but how did you find time to do all these things? Painting also, then music also, playing cricket also.
I I told you, actually I'm an early riser.
Huh.
So when I rise, I get up early, finish my studies, and then if you're really interested in something, then we find out time somehow and anyhow we find out time. There were times
Yes,
when
and you do
4 o'clock,
gardening.
when I used to have my exams, I used to tie the sitar with the cloth, with the handkerchief, so that nobody could hear, and I would practice. So though,
Oh,
like, if you are really interested, you just take out ways and means to
ye-
achieve that,
yes. And you
so
are
that
interested
nobody
in,
gets.
yes, and you are interested in gardening too, isn't it? Every morning,
I love gardening.
yes, so she finds time for gardening also. Every morning
Yes.
she will send you a good morning with a rose or with a flower from her garden. So you can imagine that, yes, she is into gardening. She will take care of the plants which are there in her house. So yes, tell us, Jyoti,
Yes.
about your love for gardening.
I love gardening. They are my babies. I have a small garden, but very sweet garden. And I love plants and I love gardening. Like it is therapeutic for me. First thing in the morning when I get up is I have to go and see my plants, touch them, feel them, talk to them. And then, that gives me happiness, unmatched happiness. I love that.
Yes, and you are into Rotary also. So you do quite a lot of social work also. So just tell us
Yes.
something about your social work.
I was the president of Rotary Club of Nagpur North Hills. That was a unique club because that was an all ladies club and the only all ladies club of Nagpur.
Uh-huh.
So that gave me a good platform and opportunity to do a lot of social activities related to women, especially.
Mm-hmm.
So that was in the year 2017. I was the president, and it was a very enriching experience. Learned from them, and in our club we had mostly all doctors and professors, teachers. From them also I learned a lot, and like I'm a very satisfied soul. Like whatever experiences, whatever I could do, and I did my best. Like in my tenure, I made about 15 to 16 interact clubs, rotaract clubs. So I included a lot of youth, the children of our school, college, and they also have now reached good posts in rotaract. So that gives me a lot of happiness that they got this like they also are happy and doing well now through rotaract. So like
Yeah.
I'm very happy
Yes.
that I could do my bit.
Yes, and I have traveled with Jyoti. Yes, we used to go to Pune. And friends, let me tell you that she's full of life. Yes, she's full of zest and enthusiasm. She takes interest in each and everything. She will love to wear the jewelry. She will love to dress up. And, that gives you, that shows that you are basically interested in life. First of all, children, you should be interested in life. Then only you can do so many things. And that this enthusiasm of Jyotish, I think it transmits to her students too, or whoever is near her, that this happiness, this enthusiasm, it is, yes, if you are with her, you will also get that enthusiasm to do so many things. And one more thing is what touched me is, like, she used to get small gifts for each and everybody in the family. She used to tell me, this is for my house help, this is, so that shows love, care and concern for each and everything. That is what touched me. And that shows that she's such a good soul. And yes, every morning she will, whenever like we used to stay together in Balbharti, she used to rise up and she used to read something from the Bible, and like the small book. And like I used to feel ki, yes, she is really a gifted person, no doubt, a very blessed person. And that is what Jyoti Bani is. And we have lost connectivity, but yes, we are back with Jyoti. And she is a fantastic soul, a very loving and caring. And yes, if you are with her, you will also definitely love her. And one more thing, Jyoti, as we are going to talk about traveling, and you are going to take a session on travelogs, but just tell us, when did you start writing? Because, as this is a course in creative writing, when did you start writing? Then you can talk about the travelogue in your session. But when did you start writing as such? You write on so many topics.
Actually, uh, I started writing letters. When
Mm-hmm.
we were kids, my uncle used to stay in the US, and my
Mm-hmm.
mummy used to make us write letters. In those days, those thin airmail papers used to be there.
Yes, yes.
So we used to write letters in that. And then first we used to write in the rough. Then my mummy would check it, and then she would make us write it in that final airmail paper. And then, so writing, I started writing letters, and then gradually, I felt, and even my mother felt, that I was writing good. I used to write good. And then after that, in my school, I always used to get good whenever we used to have topics for essay writing. My
Mm-hmm.
teachers used to give me good. So that good, good and one star that we used to get in school,
Yes,
that
yes.
used to motivate me a lot. And
Uh-huh.
then that is how I started, right from my school days, I think.
Yeah. And who is your role model in life?
My role model in life is, I think, my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like her, a very pure and good soul,
Mm-hmm.
too good. who wants to do good for everyone, who
Yeah.
doesn't have any malice in her mind, and always keep doing good for humanity.
Yes, yes. Huh, no doubt. And yes, so it was fantastic talking to Jyoti. And before we move on to her session, let me show you some of her paintings. I have some of her paintings. So let me share my screen and I'll just show you some of her paintings. Yes, just have a look.
Actually, the internet is playing havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jyoti, if you want to explain some of these paintings or if you want to speak about some of them, you
Oh,
can while I am showing them. If you want, if you.
this is Kundan painting. These are all real Kundan that is there on the painting.
Oh.
You can see this Kundan. This is one of the my paintings.
Uh-huh.
This is on a glass. There was a glass in a house, and on that glass there was that painting. The previous one. So
Yeah.
that is a freehand painting. The previous one. Can you show the previous one, Manju ma'am?
This one?
The previous one.
This is the
There was
first.
a
This
white
is.
glass, and on that photo was there. And then I just drew it freehand, and I did that.
Okay, okay.
No. Okay, let it be then. Huh,
Okay.
not this, second one.
This one? Huh? Okay, we'll talk about it. Huh.
Yes, this one.
Huh, huh.
This one. So this is like I just did it freehand, from that glass I just saw and I made it, and everybody liked it a lot. And then can you show the previous one? That is the award winning one. Modern art, where the ladies were there.
Huh.
Just one slide back. Yeah, this one, the left hand side one. This is
Okay,
the
okay.
modern art for which I won 2 awards.
Wow.
The University Platinum Jubilee celebrations. I got the first prize for this, and Maharashtra Kala Bhushan Award also for this painting.
Wow.
And when I was making this painting at home, everybody were like saying that you're mad, you do anything, huh? And what are you painting and all. So I would actually shut the door and make this painting. And after I made this painting, you won't believe this painting was not put up. It was just put above the cupboard. It was just lying there. Then for this
Yes.
Platinum Jubilee celebration, when I took this painting at home, everybody were like saying that you are mad, you do anything. Then for this Platinum Jubilee celebration, when I took this, I dusted it and I took it, and then sir declared this as the first prize. Then my parents took it and got the painting. So that is why this painting is very special. This is
Oh,
the right one
wow.
is ceramic work.
Uh-huh.
I do a lot of ceramic work, then clay modeling. I
Wow.
keep learning new things. I love to learn. I told you that. This is again a modern art, right hand one. And this is like a few of my paintings.
And this is the book which Jyoti has written, Education, the Sound of the Soul. Yes.
Your voice is
So,
breaking.
huh. Can you
This
talk
is,
about the book,
yes,
Jyoti?
ma'am. Yes. This is my dream come true. In June, this got published. Education, the Sound of the Soul. This book comprises of, it's like a compilation of all the essays and articles that I have written, basically related to education, teaching and learning. This book has been divided into 2 parts. Okay, the teacher learning and teaching, and the teacher, and the second is the world of learning. So if this book will come in very handy for students, teachers, parents, because the topics that a few of the topics I'll tell you are like decoding a creative teacher, under teaching and the teacher, the part 1 part I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
learning centric education, the contribution of physical training teachers and art teachers for the complete development of the pupil, teacher as a facilitator. So in the first part, you will see all these topics related to teaching and the teacher. Then in the second part, you will see topics related to teaching and the teacher, like environmental crimes. Let's not be a part of it. Then can terrorism establish peace? The impact of globalization on the politics of the third world countries. This is the essay for which I had won the gold medal. from our university. Then the other topics are challenges before Indian democracy. Then the few middle columns that I had written that also are there, like Miss You Mama, 1 year after the ultimate destination, My Dad, My Rock, Journey to Remember. So I think this book,
What happened? Any connectivity problem? We have lost connectivity, friends. She'll join in a minute.
actually the net. Bad. Yes, there's connectivity. Anybody who is
Yes.
basically interested, love that book.
Oh, and
It
yes. Thank you,
says your
Jyoti, for.
connection is unstable. That's why the problem.
Yes.
Hello, Manju ma'am.
Yes. Right now you had lost connectivity.
Your voice is also breaking now.
Huh. But now I think we should move on to your session because I think the connectivity is like playing truant. So we should start the session and you can start your session on
Yes,
today's session. Yes.
travelog writing.
Travelog writing. Over to Dr. Jyotimani. You can
I'll
start
just
share
share
your
the
screen.
screen.
Yes,
Give me
yes.
1 minute. The network is very weak today. Yes. Can you see the screen now? Full screen.
You need to open your PowerPoint. Yeah.
Yes, full screen, right?
First open and then you can go full screen.
Yeah. Now just slideshow. I should go to slideshow, right?
Yeah, but you have not opened. The PowerPoint is yet to open.
PowerPoint is open now. You can't see it?
No.
Achha. Okay, 1 minute. You are sharing a screen. It's seen there.
No, right. Yeah, you are sharing your screen, but
Okay.
the PowerPoint presentation, you have to just click on that PowerPoint presentation.
Acha. Okay. 1 minute. Let me just. Okay. क्लोज करो. हाँ, ये ना. See, can you see now? Now?
Actually, we can see your documents, all your documents, but you have to open the PowerPoint presentation.
Documents you can see. Okay.
Yeah, you have to open the PowerPoint presentation.
1 minute. But 1 second. Should I try once again? Is it okay now?
No. Can you see the PowerPoint presentation?
1 minute. I can see. 1 minute. I'll try once again. Screen share. Okay. Then
No, you were going right, but the PowerPoint was not opening.
otherwise, Manju ma'am, you have the PPT. You want to share it?
Just a moment.
I say if you can share it because I don't know. I can see it, but
No, no, now you are not sharing your screen.
Manju ma'am,
Yes. Just a moment. I'll open your this thing from my
hello,
side. Just
Manju
a
ma'am,
minute.
can you
I
please share
have
the screen?
now I have opened it. Okay. Are you able to see it? Jyoti? Hello? I have opened your PowerPoint. Are you able to see? Hello, Jyoti?
Not yet. Yes, I am able to see. Yes.
So now you can,
Thank
like
you.
now I have opened it, so you can.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, ma'am. I can see now.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you can tell me when
So
to.
before I begin, a very hearty good evening to each and everyone present here this beautiful and educative evening. At the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Manjushree Sardeshpande Madam of RS Mundle Dharampet Arts and Commerce College Nagpur, whom I fondly call Manju ma'am, for having invited me here this evening. I deem it my privilege to be addressing you this beautiful evening. Thanks a lot, Manju ma'am, for the lovely and elaborate introduction of mine. So without much ado, let's begin with our topic of today's session, travelogue writing, a topic which is very close to my heart. So that's your speaker and her short educational qualifications. I firmly believe that a good teacher has to be a good learner, and I think your speaker of today is a live example of the same. This session has been divided into 5 sections. What I have done is in the first section, I have We will be dealing with travelog, its definition. Then in the second section, we'll be dealing with travelog, its meaning. In the third section, we will see its importance. Then in the fourth section, we will deal with how to write a travelog. And then in the fifth section, mistakes to avoid in writing a travelog. We will see what mistakes we can avoid. And then in the last section, I'll be giving you a few tips regarding travelog writing. Now, here, I would also like the students who are watching that please pay attention throughout the session, because at the end of the session, we'll have a quiz time, and I'll be asking you questions, very simple questions. Don't worry. And the fastest finger first will be, I'll be clapping for that person, and everybody will clap for that person. Okay, fastest finger first, and that Manju ma'am will have to help me. Who's typing the fastest? Okay. So, throughout this session, this evening, you will find quotes by eminent personalities from whom we learn a lot. That's my style, my way. I like to include that because I learn a lot from these eminent people, and would like to share the same with you all too. Even when you go through my maiden book, which I just spoke about, you will see that all my essays are replete with anecdotes and quotes. These will be like food for thought for you all. So the first food for thought, I love this. Jobs fill your pockets, adventures fill your soul. How true is it? Isn't it? Like we all have to do our job and have our careers, and that is important. But at the same time, it is also important to take time to, appreciate nature, smell the rose, look at the beauty, shape of a flower, and that is also equally important. Okay, apart from work. The next, that is said by Jamie Lynn Beatty. Next, acha, I'll do that. One sec. Travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. An anonymous person has written this, and this is so beautiful. Travel brings in life with, it enriches our life with experiences. Okay. Learning, we make new friends. Travel teaches us all this. One second. The next slide. Right.
Hello, Jyoti. Hello. I think we've lost connectivity. Yes, we. She's back. Hmm.
I'm very sorry. There's a very bad network problem. So then I got stuck again. It was connecting. Where's my screen gone? Yes.
Hello. Are you there?
The network problem.
Yes, yes. But the screen is there. We all can see the screen. You just need to talk about it. Madam is joining. We'll just wait for a few minutes. Yes, she's here.
I'm very sorry. The network problem is very bad, and then it's going on saying connecting, connecting, connecting.
Okay, now you are live.
Ma'am, please
You
share
can
the
start.
screen.
Yes, I am sharing the screen, so you don't
It's
worry
got
about the
connected now.
screen.
Extremely sorry. I
Yeah,
cannot see.
you are not able to see the screen. You can just connect from your mobile also, Jyoti.
From the mobile, na?
Huh. Join from the mobile. Because I'm sharing the screen, so you don't worry about that part. You just join.
I'll join from the mobile then.
Huh.
ठीक है.
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
No, I Tripti का म्यूट पे होगा तो मैं उसको अनम्यूट कर
Now it is fine.
Now it's fine.
but here I can't see.
Me now?
No.
No.
Now I a little bit.
Little. Okay.
Now okay, now it is fine.
Okay. So can I start with the presentation? Okay. So I'm very connect the phone. Can you hear me now? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Please make me the host ना. तृप्ति रॉक को host बना दीजिए.
Okay.
हाँ. Then only we can share.
No, you don't need to share. I am sharing
नहीं.
already.
Then only you can hear me. Hello. Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes. Now, yes. Now you are audible.
हाँ. Now am I audible?
Hello.
No, you were audible, but you stopped in between. But again, see, now I can hear you.
No, you can hear me from the phone.
When you start your phone, I can hear you.
That's what I'm saying.
So you speak on the phone only now? You are audible on the phone now? So you talk on the phone.
So I should keep this phone on with you like that.
No, I don't think.
So that's what I'm saying now. How to go about, because I have
Yes. Are you able to hear me?
able to not from the phone.
Now speak. नहीं अभी नहीं आएगा, अभी यहाँ से म्यूट नहीं है. Okay,
ये
but
देखो
here.
म्यूट साइन आ रहा है. हाँ, I can hear you now.
Okay, now go ahead.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Manju
yes,
ma'am?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you, Jyoti. Hello?
Your this thing is mute.
No, I'm not
I
mute.
think. I can't
I'm
hear
not
you.
mute. I'm not mute. See, I'm sharing your screen also. You can start now.
Hello?
I can hear you. You can start.
Okay. So now in the first section, it's definition.
Right.
Travelog is a noun. What does it? How is it defined as? It's a description of someone's travels given in the form of narrative, public lecture, slideshow, or motion picture. What is a travelog? It is a description of someone's travels given in the form of a narrative. Either you can narrate, it's a public lecture, it by a slideshow, or a motion picture. Okay. So again, we just revise it. What is it? It is a piece of writing about travel. In the simplest words, okay, we can say that it is a piece of writing about travel. Okay, or it is a talk or lecture on travel, usually accompanied by a film or slides, or it is a narrated motion picture about travel. Etymologically, it is supposedly from two words, that is travel and monologue. So we can say that travel plus monologue is equal to a travelogue. All right. With this, we go to the next slide. Travel makes one modest. You see what a tiny place you occupy in the world, has been said by Gustav Flaubert. Travel makes us humble. When you travel, we come to know that we are actually nothing in this big wide world. It makes us humble and teaches us how life experiences are more important than accumulating worldly things or, about which we are crazy about. Next. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page, has been said by Saint Augustine of Hippo. Travel helps us to understand the meaning of life, and it has helped us become better people. Each time we travel, we see the world with new eyes. We try to appreciate things. We learn so much about this world. Tripti, phone. The next slide. Now let us see what travelogue means. A travelogue contains vivid descriptions of the place you're traveling. Okay, in a travelogue, what does it contain? All the description, the vivid, in detail, the description of the place that you're traveling? So it is a subjective experience, okay, of visiting a place. You write your thoughts, your blunders, your fears, your experiences. So it is a subjective experience. I may visit a place and like it very much, and you maybe somebody else visits that place and he may not find it that appealing. So that is why I repeat that it is a subjective experience of visiting a place. Okay, then there is a subjective experience of railway, about the place, about its history, about the place's culture. A travelogue must tell a story. When you read a travelogue, there should be something that must tell a story. When I read or give you examples of the travelogue, this point will become more clearer. A travelogue is not academic writing, so you need not make a formal argument and present evidence. And we can keep formal language at bay. See, in the other creative, this is the last day of your course. You have learned in your previous lectures about the other creative writing skills. Like for letter writing, you have a specific pro forma, the format you have to keep in mind. For news report, you have a pro forma, but there's nothing like a fixed format regarding a travelogue. It's like it's not an academic writing, so you need not make a formal argument and present its evidence. And you can also keep formal language at bay. You can just write it the way you feel, and you needn't use a lot of formal language. A travelogue is not a write-up for a tourism board or a marketing agency. So don't try to sell the destination to your readers. You are not writing it, for an advertisement or for selling that destination or place. So you don't have to keep the language like that. You can just make it informal, write your experiences, and what you felt regarding that place. A travelogue is not a guidebook or a blog post, so you need not be helpful. List the top 10 best restaurants or offer practical travel tips or suggestions. For that, people can just go to Google. They can just Google search and get that information. So that you shouldn't do. A travelogue is a creative narrative of your experiences of traveling. So what is a travelogue? It is your creative narrative. You are narrating about a place creatively. You are narrating about your experiences regarding a place. To this next slide, please. To travel is to take a journey into yourself, has been said by Danny Kai. When you travel, you learn so much about yourself. Like, I'll give you one example. When we had gone to Leh Ladakh, I didn't know that I am also so adventurous. I could also, go so much on top of the sea level and more about our own selves. Next. We travel not to escape life, but for and dreaming. But this quote is the essence of traveling. We never travel to escape life, but we always travel to find ourselves. Okay. Next, travelogue, and we will see how important it is. The importance of a travelogue. Travelogues are an important literary source. Okay. When we say literary, it is concerned with writing, concerning the writing, study, or content of literature. Okay. Then it is something which is to be valued. Travelogs are an important literary source. Travelogs give a detailed account about political, trade, events, and commerce. They give us an account about that particular places for trade, the events that occur there, the commerce. Travelogs give us information about the condition of people at that time. Whenever you have visited, what was the condition of the people, the current scenario. A travelogue is an expense report, a journal, a log. When we go there, naturally we have a journal, we log, jot down things. And I think whenever we travel, we must keep everything, like we must note down. And I think I'm very good at it. Whenever I go, I have a pad in my hand and I keep on jotting down things. Like whatever I see, whatever I experience, whatever the guide says, I'd like to keep a journal. Travelogs give a lot of information about the places they visit and the people they met. When I give you examples, this point will be, I'll make it clear that when we travel, a travelogue must give information about the place and also about the people, okay, they met there. Then a travelogue is an interesting resource as well as an important literary resource. It's a very interesting thing. When you read a travelogue, you get to know so many things about that place, interesting facts. Then, and it is also a literary source, which we already discussed in the first point. It may be a geographical or an acquisition that represents a valuable source of study. You naturally get to know about the geographical aspect of that place and also the other aspects, the social aspect, cultural aspect, economical aspect of that place. Overall, we get to know about that place in totality. Next. Life is short and the world is wide. How true, isn't it? Simon Raven has said that. Life is short and the world is wide. There are so many places to visit, so many things to see, so much to learn. Next. Once in a year, go to some place you have never been before, is what the Dalai Lama has to tell us. And it's really good and true. We must do that. Next. With that, we step into the fourth section, that is how to write a travelogue. Now, in this, I will tell you, like the first thing, start with a travel story that will draw the reader's attention. Start it in such a way that the reader gets hooked on and wants to read the whole thing. For example, I'll give you a few examples of how I really like to start writing travelogues. I'll read this. Then you'll get an idea that how we can start our travelogue. This was like Mauritius, the Magnificent Isle. This is from my own travelogue. I'm reading out the starting. The very name Mauritius has always fascinated me since the time I've started traveling and exploring places. So when our usual travel girls gang, JLTV in bracket Jyoti, Leila, Tripti and Vinita, came up with this place this year as our annual tour, my joy knew no bounds. I was all excited to just go and unwind after real hectic days of work at the end of the academic session. So this is what I started. This is how I started the Mauritius one. See, we can also begin like this. Like the next one, this was last year. Like every year, this I had written on Switzerland. Like every year, when our all-girls group of travel freaks, JLLTV, Jyoti, Leila from London, Nagpur, Tripti and Vinita decided that this year our travel tour shall be Switzerland, my joy knew no bounds. Thanks to Bollywood, it was a far-fetched dream which was going to be realized, and that too very soon. Our friend, a travel advisor and organizer, Tripti, meticulously planned 3 cities of Switzerland: Interlaken, Lucerne and Zurich. So you can start it anyhow. Like this one, you will find it a little different. Sri Lanka. I started it as Ayubovan. The literal meaning of the term is "May you live long." This is how the Sinhalese welcomed us with hands clasped, very similar to how we say Namaste. This very gesture broke the ice, and a feeling of warmth and hospitality filled the air when we stepped in Sri Lanka. So there are no fixed or specific rules. You can just begin, okay, with such a way that the reader is compelled to read your uh, travelogue. Okay, I'll read one more and then we'll go to the next point. This was like I wrote on Paris, Bonjour Paris. The very word Paris instills in us feelings of love, romance, elegance, style, and sophistication. Truly, I was lucky to visit this dream destination last month. Paris is absolutely charming and fascinating. It is full of famous buildings, monuments, fashion, cuisine, parks, fashion, art, and architecture. As I set foot in Paris, I could feel that there is something magical in the very air of the city that made me come to life. It transformed my mood and it was simply an awesome feeling. Let me take you for a panoramic view of Paris. So, you can see the various ways in which I have started writing the travelogue. Okay. Then we come to the next point. Give a catchy title to your travelogue. So the title should be such that it should, attract the attention of the reader. So uh, mostly what I do is I try to um, I use a lot of alliterations, like adjectives starting from the same letter. Like for Switzerland, it was I like to do it that way. Then the scintillating Sistine Chapel. This is how I like to do it. Bonjour Paris. For Paris, it was good morning Paris in French. Bonjour Paris. And Ladakh, I had written Julele. Jule is like uh, their way of greeting. So you can give a catchy title to your traveler. Then we come to the next point, hook your reader. Means you must write in such a way that the writer is, wants to read the whole travelogue. You must try to retain the reader's attention. Like, I'll just read this. Since you all are students of uh, literature, I think you will like this because this is one of my favorites. You'll get an idea about how you should give the title, how your title should be catchy, how you should hook your reader. Then the next point, tell us a specific story. Okay, and also the next point, how you should describe in detail. I'll just read this so that you get an idea and you love this because I'm sure you all like Shakespeare. So when I visited Stratford upon Avon, I'd written this, and the title is The Bard's Birthplace, Stratford upon Avon, and the subtitle was Shakespeare, Love, Life, and Legacy. Okay, so just pay attention and you'll get an idea about how to really write. So, as a fan of Shakespeare's work right from my school and college days, a trip to his birthplace was like a dream come true. The moment we stepped onto Stratford upon Avon, Warwickshire, England, there was something magical in the very air of the place. Stratford upon Avon is a beautiful place with typical English houses and settings. It is the town where William Shakespeare was born and his birthplace. It is the town where Shakespeare was born and his birthplace. Stratford attracts visitors from all over the world, and your theater visit. As we enter the house where Shakespeare was born, which has now been converted into a museum, they give us an introductory exhibition of the Shakespeare house. This house beautifully interweaves theater with Shakespearean okay. Be forthcoming, be informative. All these points you will see when I read this. Okay. When We are then able to see the genuine treasures and artifacts associated with Shakespeare himself. The volunteers or guides, who were jolly and well informed, explain each and every minutest detail with great interest and enthusiasm. When we reach the top floor of the house, where all the artifacts, Shakespeare's bed on which he was born, the frock he wore until he was 5 years old, the fireplace, the visitor's diary, where some real big shots have written and signed his famous plays, poems, novels, etc., are all displayed there. Here we saw artists dressed up in typical Elizabethan age attires and costumes, typical of how Shakespeare's actors would dress up as, which made me feel more curious to approach them and ask them about the live performance. And to my surprise and joy, they said that they would be happy to perform on request. It was so kind of them to ask me which play we want them to perform, and naturally, I told them my all-time favorite play, Romeo and Juliet, and the excerpt where Juliet says, "A rose by any name would be a rose," was enacted in the most graceful and poised way. The emphasis, the body language, the line delivery were all perfect. The excerpt from Macbeth was one on relationships, where the protagonist gives a very fine lecture on relationships. Are women not made of blood and flesh? Do they not have feelings? Do they not have times when they could also, like men, fall prey to lust just for the sake of sport, like men do? The artists were truly loud and fantastic, and the historical value of the site is indeed measureless. Hats off to them. The next room had a bed, which was Shakespeare's parents' bed, and next to it was a small cot where Shakespeare would be cradled as a kid. Some very interesting facts were told to us by the guides. One such fact was that during Shakespeare's time, people who owned a bed, or had a bed in their parlor were considered rich. And since Shakespeare's house had 7 rooms and beds, they were very rich. William Shakespeare was born at the Tudor family in Henley Street, Stratford-upon-Avon in 1564. He was the 3rd child born to John Shakespeare and mother Mary Arden Shakespeare. The first 2 children were girls who died of plague, which was very much rampant then. His parents were extremely happy on the birth of Shakespeare because boys would be the ones who would carry the legacy of the family and its name to future. It was believed in those times that because of this reason, boys being so important, the fairies would come and abduct the small boys. Therefore, Shakespeare was dressed like a girl in a frock till he was 5 years old. Every child in those days would sleep with their parents till the age of 5, and they couldn't wait till they crossed 5 years of age so that they could get their own bedroom, and so was Shakespeare. Later, we saw artifacts, the woolens, etc., gloves made out of real fur, which we could even touch and feel them and wear them too. After this, we got down the stairs, and there the kitchen, here the geese, the utensils, etc. were all displayed. As we set out, there was a shop which offered a wide range of books and films of Shakespeare's plays, as well as other memorabilia, from where I've picked up my mementos for sure. At walkable distance is the Royal Shakespeare Company, RSC, which is a major British theatre company based in Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire, England. The Swan Theatre is a little smaller thrust stage. Here there are plays which are performed regularly. The garden outside these theatres is beautiful with lush greenery all around and swans everywhere, which indeed makes an awesome scene. I like Shakespeare. See how I'm ending it. I like Shakespeare, and therefore I loved Stratford-upon-Avon. The visit rejuvenated me and brought alive my MA English Literature college days, which shall always remain so very fond. So all those fans of Shakespeare, go and catch the Shakespearean magic in his very own birthplace. So see how you have to give a detailed explanation, then be forthcoming, be ready to give all the information that is available, be informative, okay, and end with a resolution. See how I ended it? Huh? So similarly, like you can end with a resolution. Like for the Sistine Chapel, I had ended it like this. So all in all, the experience at the Sistine Chapel at Vatican City was indeed a spiritual, intellectual, educative, spectacular, and a treat for the eyes and the soul indeed. Go and explore and experience it all for yourselves. So this is how you end a travelogue. Okay, then For Mauritius, see how I ended it? All in all, if one just wants to unwind and chill and relax, enjoy the bounties of nature, experience peace, calm, bliss, one just needs to explore the sublime and magnificent island Mauritius. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much for taking a magnanimous mind. So this is how you can end your travelogue. Next. Wherever you go with all your heart. This is what conspicuous tells us. Just leave all your inhibitions, your fears, your prejudiced ideas or and all, whatever. Just go with all your heart and enjoy that place. Next. Not all those who wander are lost. This is so, uh, you know, true. People think that because we are searching for new things to do, huh? People think that because we keep traveling and searching for new things to do, we are not focused. But travel helps us to find our purpose and put focus into our lives. The more we get lost in our travels, the richer our lives become. We become rich. When I was a kid, like when we were in fifth, sixth standard, I remember my uncle, he was in US that time, and he used to travel a lot. And from wherever he would travel, he would send us postcards. So that way, I used to get the stamp also, and those places, all those postcards, I have preserved it. So I would always feel that when will I travel and visit all these places and enrich, get enriched with those experiences. Next, let us see the next section on mistakes to avoid in travelogue writing. The first one is neglecting visual material. See, when you are describing about a place, you should also supplement that with a picture. Like whenever you see my travelogues, you will see that I have supplemented it with a lot of pictures, and I'm very interested in writing in photography also. So I take good pictures, and whatever I describe, I try to give the visual material also, so that the reader gets an idea that whatever is written, like it is something like this. The picture will supplement it. Then include a lot of historical facts. Don't include a lot of historical facts. You know why? Because people who want to study it from that point of view, they can just Google search and they can get all the information. So you needn't indulge in all that. Don't go too much into the historical facts. Little bit, yes. Then including too many numbers. Don't give them too much of facts and figures that they can all get from Google and other sources. Okay, the books and all. Then providing readers with general information. Now the readers are aware about general information. You needn't give them, like for example, you don't have to say that the capital of France is Paris. Everybody knows that, so you don't have to give them such general information. Then neglecting research. When you write about a place, you must do your R&D research about that place. Then next is don't lie about the place. You should never lie. Then hiding disadvantages. If you feel that there are a few disadvantages, then you can reveal that. Next. Okay. So the next one is, I think ma'am is not there. So much of who we are is where we have been. Wherever we go, we bring something, some experience, and that enriches us. Then the next quote was, live to travel, travel to live. I love that. Live to travel. There are so many places to see in this world. So we must live to travel and we must travel to live. Then the next section is few tips on travelogue writing. The first one is tell a specific story. That I already told you, like I gave you example of what a story means or how you should start your travelogue. Okay. Then describe the outer world. The slide, two slides. we have come to the 5th section. Okay, then describe the outer world by giving. Just change the slide. Then yes, next. We did that. Then next one is tell a specific story. Describe the outer world using vivid descriptions. Like I told you, whatever you are seeing, you must describe, give vivid descriptions. I'll give you another example of this from Switzerland, a soulful surgeon, like how you should describe. Like I'm just reading from the middle part. The beginning I had already told you, and the ending I'll just tell you how you should describe it vividly. What I loved about Switzerland, what I loved about this place is the absolutely pristine and heavenly feeling which we can experience with spotlessly clean and blue lake water, lush greenery all over, the amazingly colorful flowers spread everywhere over the lampstands, balconies of homes and hotels, pathways, shops, etc. The hotel where we were put up, chalet, had such a beautiful rose garden that our memory card was almost full on the first day itself. I have never seen such a big sized and unique colored flowers in my life. And being a plant lover, I literally went crazy. It really has to be seen to be believed. So you must give a vivid description of whatever you feel, you felt, whatever descriptions you have to give, you have to express that. Then reveal the inner world, your thoughts, mistakes, missteps, blunders, excitements, etc. So in that way, you have to reveal your inner world. Like by inner world, we mean what you felt, what you thought. You must have seen that I have given the details there, what I felt. Like when I wrote about Louvre, about Paris, you know what I wrote there? I'll just tell you. That, like having two eyes were not enough, were not sufficient. I wish I had one more pair of eyes at my backside, because if I was seeing something here, I was missing out something which is to my left or right or behind. Because the whole museum, the ceiling as well as the floor, as well as right hand side, left hand side, everywhere, it was full of art. And I felt as if two eyes was not sufficient. So whatever you feel, your thoughts, you must be able to express it. Then provide informed commentary about the historical, political, cultural aspect also of the place. Then talk to locals and describe your interactions with them. So naturally, when we go to a place, the first person we come across is the guide. So naturally, we talk to that person and also the other local people. So write about your experiences, your interactions also about the people out there. Then use a conversational tone and avoid fancy or big words. You needn't use big jargons or very big, difficult words. You can just write it as if in a conversational way. All right. Then begin with an intrigue, something going wrong or compelling or captivating moment. So I already gave you a lot of examples of how to begin. All right. I'll just give you one more beginning. Like for Jule Le, I said, Jule madam. Jule means greetings. Namaste. This is how our tour guide, Sering Mutup, his name was Mutup, greeted us, the adventurous and famous five friends, BJLTV. Okay. This time it was Bernadine at the Khushok Bakula Rinpoche, the airport name also, about the place also. All right. No sooner I stepped at the airport, I could guess that this is a completely different tour from our regular travel destinations, with a little bit of breathlessness and a feeling of cloud walking, which actually made me a bit nervous initially. But thanks to the airport authorities who kept announcing that such a feeling is natural and not to panic, as this place is 11,500 feet above sea level. Ladakh is 11,500 feet above sea level, and AMS, that is acute mountain sickness. When we step there, many people face with this problem. Acute mountain sickness is natural. It took us a couple of hours to get acclimatized to this place, and after that, believe me, it was a completely amazing trip. Never did I imagine that this place could be so unique in its beauty and unparalleled in its serenity. So this is how you can begin, with an intrigue. Oh God, when people will read, they'll feel, oh God, was it like that? Then they'll gradually feel that no, you just feel it initially, and after that you will be fine, you know. Then end with a resolution, a moral, a message, or a revelation. I've already told you, given you a few examples, but this Leh one, I'll just tell you how I ended it. All in all, traveling to Leh was indeed one of the most enriching and cherishing experiences. We really have come back with so much. The beautiful amalgamation of culture, nature, civilization, patriotic feeling, the striking mountains, the spectacular scenic beauty, the simple and friendly people, the prayer flags fluttering all over, the snow-clad mountains everywhere, and the sand dunes. No wonder it is called as the cold desert. And all this and much more makes this place unique and unparalleled in its serenity. Jule, I told you the Jule means thank you. Jule means namaste also there, and it also means thank you. So Jule, for journeying with me to the land of Leh Ladakh. So you'll see I use a lot of alliterations, LL, like adjectives beginning from the same word. So end with a resolution, a moral, a message, or a revelation. So I think these examples are enough. Or next, can we go ahead? Or all journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware. You know, that is so true. We always have an itinerary, we plan things, but there are things that apart from what is there in the itinerary and what we have planned, we learn so much more also. All journeys have secret destinations of which the traveler is unaware. Martin Buber. Next. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Just because a person is well-traveled doesn't mean that they are open and wise. You can travel to 100 places checking off the bucket list, but to see with new eyes and to be open to new possibilities, that is the true meaning of travel. When you appreciate that place, okay, with new eyes every time, without any preconceived notions in your mind, okay, and be open to life, to that place, you will, to the new possibilities. That is the true meaning of travel. Next. So these are a few of my travelogues. This is Bonjour Paris. On Paris, I had written this. Next. This is Jule Leh. Hello Leh. Next. This is Sri Lanka, the Resplendent Isle. Sri Lanka, the Resplendent Isle. Next. This is Taj, the Terrific Tomb. So you'll see a lot of alliterations. Switzerland, a soulful sojourn. Next. Mauritius, the Magnificent Isle. Shakespeare, I already read for you. Shakespeare, the Bard's birthplace. Next. This is the scintillating Sistine Chapel, Vatican City. Next. I used to write a few middle columns also. This is the ultimate destination. This had come last year. Next. Then this is the future column. Decoding a creator for the future column of Hitward. Next. This is the cover page of my book, Education, the Sound of the Soul. Next. This is another middle column that I had written when my mom had passed away. Miss you, Mom. This was a letter that I had written to my mom. It was liked by everyone. A very poignant letter. Next. Now it's quiz time. So I'll be asking you just 3 questions from the first, second, and the third section. Whoever types it I think Manju ma'am, you'll be able to see your what the name
Yes, I am
or
there, and
yes or no?
I'll just
Okay.
check the YouTube.
You just have to take their name, whoever writes the answer first. That's all. Okay. So get set go. Fastest finger first. You have to type. Your first question is give the simplest definition of a travelogue. Give the simplest definition of a travelogue. Whoever types fastest will get the applause. Who's written any answer, ma'am?
Actually, it takes a few seconds for from Zoom to YouTube. So just a few
Okay.
seconds, and that is
No,
the
no.
time.
Yes.
Is anybody writing?
Whoever, Zoom or YouTube, whoever
Yeah.
writes. Yeah.
Gunjan.
Gunjan, very good. What did Gunjan write?
Description of travel.
Very
And
good.
then Kshitij Moon has written a travel account of one's experience.
Very good.
This is
So,
Kshitij Moon has written.
yes. So first, I think fastest finger first goes
Gunjan.
to Gunjan, and I'm going to clap for her. Very good, Gunjan. Keep it up. Very good, Gunjan. So we go to the next question. Your second question is
Maria Lancelot has written a piece written about travel.
okay. Now give the meaning. The second section. This is from the second section. Give the meaning of a travelogue in simplest words. The first one was definition. Now you have to give the meaning of a travelogue in simplest words. The second section question, give the meaning of a travelogue in the simplest words. Anyone?
It takes time, just
Yes, no problem.
What is the meaning? Students, right?
The meaning of a travelogue in simplest words.
I think they did not get this one. Somebody's Pratham is writing Voyager.
Okay. Someone is
Pratham is
trying.
the first one to write Voyager, Voyager. Kshitij Moon is writing a written piece about the places visited by the traveler. And
Very good.
Maria Lancelot is writing is a creative narrative of your
Correct.
experience of traveling.
This is the perfect answer. Maria Lancelot has given the perfect answer. It is a creative narrative of one's experiences of traveling.
Yes.
That is the best answer. That is what I had emphasized when I.
And Gunjan is writing capturing the experience.
Yes, good. So, Maria, you're going to get the applause. Very good. And all the other answers are also correct, but this is the best answer. Good. And now the last and the final question. Why is a travelogue important? Why is a travelogue important? Why is a travelogue important?
Because it captures the emotions of destinations. This is what Kshitij Moon has written.
Kshitij, can you repeat, Kshitij?
Because it captures the emotions of destinations.
Emotion. Okay. Any other word? Any other?
Yes, Neelu Rajoria has written description of the place you are traveling.
Description. Okay.
Then Gunjan has written for understanding the culture.
Okay. So all the answers are right, but in simplest words, we could have used the word information. Travelog is important because it gives us information about a place. So all the answers are correct, but the word information I was looking out for. No.
Maria has written, it gives a detailed account of political trade, events, and commerce of the place. Simran Patel has written, because it gives a lot of information.
Correct. Simran Patel's answer is actually the best answer. All the answers are correct, but this is the best because it gives us information regarding a place.
Yes, yes.
So very good, well done. That means you were all listening attentively. I'm also that I'm scared by this problem of network issues there. But
yes, now I have stopped sharing and thank you, Jyoti. Actually, it was, yes, actually there was a network problem, but it was really fantastic.
Yes,
yeah, it was really fantastic listening to you. If the network problem would not have been there, I think we all would have enjoyed more because the sound was cracking. But, you know, the information which you gave was really very, very useful. And, you know, you started right from how to start, how to give catchy titles, what is the significance of giving a catchy title, and how you use alliterations. And I just loved when you said that, yes, two eyes are not enough. I just love that because, you know, whenever you go to different places, you feel that you should just capture all these things, store it somewhere in your heart. So, yes, and there are things, you know, when you go to museums and you feel that you should have more than two eyes, you know. You explained in detail how to go about writing, also how to avoid the mistakes, what are the things which you should really include in your travelogue. And you know, you explained it with the help of your travelogues which you have written. And you know, basically you really we could imagine going to Paris, we could imagine, you know, going to Leh Ladakh. That is what is the beauty of the writer and the skill of the writer, that you know, you get the feel of it and you feel like going to that place. You know, that is the in the olden days also, when people did not have any means to go there, they used to enjoy, they used to get the feel of the place only through the such travelogues, you know. So travelogue has a very important role to play. Nowadays we can see so many things on the television, you can see Paris, you can see Leh, but you know, in the olden days people never used to get an opportunity to visit, and you know, travelogues played a very important role. And with the, you know, Jyoti has a flair of writing, and she really, you know, the her language and what do you say, the skill of, you know, picturizing everything. You could just imagine all those things in front of your eyes, the localite speaking to you. Yes, so that was fantastic, you know, everything came to life. And so that is the, you know, yes, that is what makes your writing very, what you say, effective. That is because it touches you. If the writing doesn't touch you, then you know, that is the soul, of your writing, because it touches the person who is reading. So that is the effect which such creative writing should have on the readers. So thank you, Jyoti, thank you very much. And
Thank you
you,
very much for giving me
yes,
an
No, you are a fighter. You have that determination. Yes, today against all odds, you did not lose your this thing. Yes, because uh, see, I have been conducting so many programs, but if there is a technology failure, or if something goes wrong, you really you are depressed, and
Yes.
yes, you lose
Become,
the enthusiasm to go about dealing with your session. But you did a
yes.
fantastic job.
Thank you,
No,
ma'am.
so
Thank you to
thank
you. You had the
thank
confidence
you.
in me, and you motivate. You always motivate me. In fact, I always look up upon you, ma'am. As like I learned so many things from you, and you were the one who had confidence in me when you had talked to me a fortnight back. I was not well. I had just undergone a surgery, but you had that confidence in me. You said, "No, Jyoti, will keep it on the last day." So I said, "I'm so much confidence in me, and I will not let you down." So then this is like the first time that I'm giving a.
So now I think the even the viewers might they must have come to know that what happens when you are such a learned person. You have the patience. Yes, you have the patience, you have the determination to fight against all odds, and we got the first hand experience of it. When everything was going wrong, you
Yes,
kept your, yes, calm. So thank
all
you very much. Yes, and
thank
looking forward to another interesting session with you whenever we organize such a course or something like that. And
always.
thank you. And
Thank you.
yes,
It was
and my
great
dear
to be
students,
with
yes, and dear students, let me tell you that today was the last day of our creative writing session. All of you had been attending these sessions. Some of you were not able to attend the sessions live, and you people had informed me that you would be watching the sessions on YouTube. So these sessions will be there on YouTube forever with you. You can revise them whenever you want. And one more thing, if you want to get the certificate for this course, you have to do one thing, and that is you have to take up any creative writing. This is a small assignment for you. You can write a small poem, you can write a travelogue, you can write an editorial, you can write a middle, as anything, whatever you want. You just send me your piece of creative writing, and the moment I receive your creative writing, I will be sending you your certificate, because whatever you have learned, you should put that to practice. And in the groups, I will be sending you, giving you my email ID on which you have to send the creative writing pieces. Okay. And thank you once again, all the viewers. I would like to thank each and every one of
Network.
you.